We are so cooked as a society. I concede it might just be the bubble I'm in, but I think I got a pretty good, I don't know, I got a pretty good like idea, um, general pulse on how we're relating to each other. And I think we did so much damage to each other during COVID, like at least like relationships. If you're not a boomer or like, you know, really, really young, like you've been damaged probably. Society has damaged all of us collectively in a way that is, we're going to see the repercussions of this for decades. Um, this is going to be a little bit hyperbolic, but this is just what I just experienced in this little date and what I've really seen a change in women that is really, I feel like the fallout of the feminist movement is now manifesting itself into really toxic behavior on the part of women and the way men are totally checking out. Like it feels like this is going to come off women hating. I'm just being truth. It's not hate. I'm saying you don't. Opposite of love is indifference. I'm not indifferent to this topic. I'm obviously making these videos, so don't anyone try and twist this. I think we're past the point of twisting too. Like that whole like cope of people like trying to like. Doesn't it feel like that? There's like that little bit of time where it's like you can't talk about certain things. There's like because no one wanted to. They're doubling down on maybe bad behavior. I'm being really ambiguous about this, but there's a million examples. Just like, men are like women. They can be all sexual and whatever, and the fallout of that, the priorities. I just talked to someone who's, women are being broken up with for not being. It's not societal. This cope. I've heard like very like. I understand I'm in my own little bubble in some ways, but the liberal values and the certain, I don't even want to say liberal, that's not even the right word anymore, these certain mind viruses, because that's what they are, have leveraged some of the good nature of people, namely women, into thinking certain ways that now are essentially complete cope. I've heard the patriarchy so many times recently that's like it's almost like a caricature. It's almost like Gargamel, like this fake bad guy. Like you're talking to me. Literally, this is the face of the patriarchy. If you believe that, why are you talking to me? Like if you're using this fake bad guy and not talking about biology in any way, which is essentially too real of a topic apparently. I'll get more specific here, but the biology part, you can't have kids when you're 50. And women are blaming the patriarchy and the unbelievable selfishness. They don't see, like it's like it was feminism. Yeah, we're we want equal rights to, you have equal rights to now you're doing better than men, to now you resent men for not doing better, and conflating your biology, i.e. wanting to, in hypergamy, right? And actual justifying your selfishness. And I used to think it was men. Like a lot of my videos are like keep your frame, which I do believe it. Like men need to keep their frame. Men are leaders. All that's true, and but I actually have changed my tune on this. As of right now, that I'd blame men for this. This is deeper than that. This is like a level of delusion that I realize this is very hyperbolic. This is what I do believe right now, though. Like, the level of delusion that women have reached is at a level that is so outside of reality that it has to be bigger than just men not having boundaries. There is like the propaganda, the media, like everything in our culture is facilitating this, and it's only going to get worse. Like, again, this is only the women I've talked to in my circles, which I'll concede are in this kind of like category. But like, if you're, if you drank the Kool-Aid, I pray for you, because there's nothing about these women that is in any way recognizable to what women have been throughout history. They are sick. They are selfish. They are entitled. They are delusional. And now it's got to the point I can see actual like predatory and like sadistic intent in like the laughter, the way they look at men, it's almost like the spirit of a woman that doesn't have kids or can't have kids. It's like that. It's almost like a watching the world burn kind of vibe. I don't know, man. It's dark. The way this woman just laughed about like taking her husband, and like just like they do not care about us at all, and they do not. It's scary. It's like selfishness on steroids. This is coming out very women. I mean, just very women critical, but like that's, I don't know, like what is going on? They don't even see what they're doing. You guys don't see what you're doing. It's not going to end bad for you. Like, you're going to get over on these guys, and yeah, no one cares about guys, but that dude does this, or you get all the sympathy, and what does sympathy get you? You still don't have a man. Like, this is how we are. This is how we are engineered. This is our biology. And yeah. This is we totally damaged ourselves. We damaged ourselves so bad. Guys are totally done, because this is not, there is nothing redeeming in these women. And maybe it's always been this way. You get, people get older, they get more jaded and guarded, and there's more baggage. Baggage has always been a thing, but I think it's like baggage on steroids. It's baggage like it's never been before. Like, we have damaged each other so bad. And it's like in any abusive, situation, when someone's like narcissistic or whatever in your life, you cannot, and you can't win. Like, all the intent is or maybe I'm just waking up and that's why it feels like it's getting crazy, but it all of the, like, everything that encompasses a person, and it's like not authentic. There's nothing to trust. So there's the relationship is nothing. And so many people are nothing. We are seeing the fallout of superficiality and selfishness and inauthenticity. At the end of the day, is what it comes down to. Playing games, essentially. Greed. with polyamory, with all this stuff. Just because you got away with hurting someone doesn't mean it's not coming back your way. To the extent that you are not healed and you are damaging people, you're going to get what's coming to you. And then more of that just keeps happening. And then if people aren't willing to heal and grow, it's just going to get worse. And so many people are not willing. That's why people are not dating. That's why guys have checked out. This is ultimately why women need men to lead them. We are capable of critical thinking. Sorry. We are able to say no and stand up for things and to admit when we're wrong. And when you got women doubling down on their just their ego and trying to blame, it's sick. Blaming the patriarchy in 2025 is like blaming like Gargamel. It's not real. There's no patriarchy. This is the farthest from a patriarchy that we have ever had. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. These people are doing this. They just cope. It's just cope. Hang in there, guys. This is now a battle of patience and mental. We are in a war of the psyche. We are in a war of everything. Everything that isn't physical is a war right now. Your mental health, your view, your values, your morals, everything. Religion is the answer. This is what religion exists for. When things go off the rails and everything's acceptable, you are seeing what happens when you let everything be acceptable. Sirens. This is what happens. It becomes toxic. The whole society becomes toxic. I always think of that Peterson quote. I've been thinking about it for 5-10 years now. And it actually doesn't make sense. It's like one of those things you say, but it's like, I'll just say it. When you pathologize your life, you start to pathologize your society. And if enough people do it, it's hell. And that's one of those kind of like little bit word salad. It's not like a perfect wording, but what he meant by that is essentially when, to the degree that you screw up your life, and this is a good segue into that toxic empathy video I made, like you let one thing go and you don't call things out, things get worse and worse. As an individual, you start to pathologize your life. You get, into certain addictions or do certain things that are wrong, and people don't call you out and you don't call it yourself, and everything's acceptable. Then more people do it, and then it just becomes like the norm of toxicity. And that's what we have now. And again, like religion is like, I am converting to Islam. That is the answer. We need to have Islam. We need to have Islam in Western culture. Go back to Anyway, it's gonna be like a little bit hyperbolic, a little bit crazy of a video, but what I just saw and what I've been seeing is just so disheartening. And it's almost like the only thing keeping me going is knowing that it's not just me. Like, I know you guys are seeing this too. I know you're seeing like the complete insanity with the way, I'm not, I've had my traumas, but I think it was all prefaced on, and my struggles are prefaced on like a lot of things are wrong at once, but let's just say that I've never I try and find I try and do what's right and find what's objectively true and I don't like bullshit, and it's all bullshit. It's so much cope right now and bullshit in the society. It's really, really crazy out there. It just goes to show there's different kinds of adventures. You got like the adventure of life in your head of I have the adventure of life in my head of like, you know, whatever, travel and certain things and relationships and this and that and these ideas. Man, you don't get, sometimes you just don't know what's coming. And like the new adventure is like this adventure of like this psyop, this battle of the psyche, this resiliency. I'm always speaking for men here because I'm a man, and I think we've never been more different. Our biology is now expressing itself. We're gonna go back. This is like, it feels like we're like the reset is happening. Like women are doubling down on their biology, men are doing the same, and all the ambiguity is kind of out the window. It's the traditional values are coming back. Bill Burr's quote comes up in my head. It's like and I just know it's happening. I know it's gonna happen. It's like that, and maybe not the way, you know, I think it is, like most things, but I think it's happening right now. It's like the you know, the dollar an hour, like it was a bullshit preface, but he's talking about the wage gap. He's like, yeah, I get that extra dollar an hour because when we're happening on a Titanic and it sinks, for some fucked up reason, I have to stay on the ship and you get to go with the kids. That's why I get $1 more an hour. And he's like, as soon as something happens, you just put those, you know, the hair into and some pigtails and go, I'm just a girl. And that I'm just a girl I think is now, it's now manifesting in society. The women playing the, oh, help me, I'm just a girl, like, is going to become more and more prevalent because as things deteriorate, that's, you know, when there's wars and things really get bad, it's you watch how fast women go back to their traditional roles. Oh, it's so crazy, and never, of course, never to be talked about again. That's in the past. The way you treated guys, the way you treated everyone, you know, it's like, and that's in women's nature. This is the thing, like, that's the thing. There's a balance to the universe, and women are survivors. They do what they can to survive. War brides, Google it. It's a thing. There's gonna be many, many war brides in the coming future. Many war brides, and yeah, I don't know. Again, some reassurance for the bros. It's gonna only get worse till it gets better. Get your tribe. Find some guys you can defend. You know, you can rely on. Actually, that is the silver lining here. Is that if you got people that you know would die for you, which is very, very. I still prefer to stand during COVID and then post-COVID. How rare someone like that is. Cowardice is the norm, and cowards will continue to throw each other under the bus in this weak society. And that is the silver lining, is that we are resetting, and you can work on yourself and your values with other people that have actual values. I don't even care what they are. You got to have some, though. You got to have a framing of what this world means to you. Otherwise, there's no reason not to, you know, betray someone. It's like, I don't believe in anything. I'm selfish. I'm this. I don't think anything about anything. Then there you go. That's why people are betraying everybody and everyone's a big coward. So anyway, it's snowing in April. Catch you guys in the next video. This video is freaking chaos, but if you saw what I saw, you'd understand. Have a good one, guys.